Morning, driver. How you doing this morning? It's Saturday. It's Saturday and we are packing the truck, fixing to hit the road. I'm all loaded up. We've got these scales on here. Amy is coming with me. Got a wagon full of gear. Needs to be stowed away in the appropriate compartment. And we are headed to Albuquerque. It's going to be a decent sized little road trip. We'll be gone a couple weeks. I have Monday, Tuesday, and part of Wednesday work to do between Albuquerque or New Mexico and Texas. I'm going to do some stuff over there. We're taking the step deck. Towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be down in Comfort, Texas at my cousin's place. My sisters are flying in, and we're going to have a little family get together down there for a couple days. And then we're going to take off Monday, Tuesday after Halloween, first week in November, and work our way back home. Look who else is going to join us. Pull him out of hibernation. Get him out here and saying hi to all the kids and stuff. We got a couple days drive, not going to be too bad at all. And we're going to take this Kenworth with our new signs and logos and our horrific exhaust system, and see how this goes. My name is Jupiter. I drive a truck. I own the truck I drive, and that's why I called my company Jupiter Trucking. Join me, and I'll take you along on some of the different things I end up doing to make a buck with a truck. We are out here on the road and we're trucking with our loud exhaust and a windy day. The exhaust is loud. The Jake brakes are loud. It's gonna be an interesting couple of weeks. Let's see if I can't get this fixed somewhere along the way. But we'll look into it. It's gonna be an easy day today. We're only gonna go down to just past Las Vegas, right near Hoover Dam. That's there's a good truck stop and casino, and I don't know, a place we stop at all the time. Railroad Pass down there, and hopefully we'll get there early enough. There's parking for an oversized load, but we should be there right about sunset. And again, I don't want to put lights and stuff on this load, so that'll give us a good jump off point. We're gonna take off early in the morning and get all the way across Arizona, and probably right outside of Albuquerque. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Well, we made it a few miles into Arizona. Not too bad. Decided to go just a little bit farther than Vegas. That sunset was gorgeous. But here we are. We're going to call it a night now. I gotta say, the truck doesn't look bad. As hard as I am on myself with it and for it, it ain't bad. We got to do something about those stacks, though. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, Arizona. Yeehaw. We're out here fighting the construction and the potholes and the, what do you want to call us, the guys with the wraparound cowboy hat. Yeah, we're out here dodging those guys. There's plenty of them here on Interstate 40. So coming down through Kingman, Arizona, Highway 95 comes out of Las Vegas and goes into Kingman where he hits 40. And they are redoing that whole interchange there, which is way overdue, to be honest with you. Coming down, we hit it pretty good on a Sunday morning where there's not much traffic, but they're gonna do big flyovers and interchanges and clover leaves and all the freeway words that they're gonna do there. But in the meantime, the construction is pretty gnarly. We don't have too bad of a day today at all. We've got about 7 hours to go, and we even lose an hour for the time change. But we're gonna get to the outskirts of Albuquerque, I don't know, mid-afternoon it looks like. So hopefully it's a nice easy ride. Hopefully 40's been fixed a little bit. It's been a few years since I've been down, a couple years since I've been down here on 40. Hopefully it's in good shape. No problems. Making a quick little pit stop and load check and exhaust check. There it is, nice and loud. A little smelly, but it's working. What'd you find? Nice hair. I better go check on Mr. Bones. I don't know what's up with this rest area. It's been torn up for years. I really like how they say trucks only for this rest area, no cars allowed. And then as soon as you make the exit, it says no wide loads. Should I stop and back up back onto the freeway? Completely ridiculous. All right, anyway. How you doing, buddy? How do you like these Arizona roads? He's doing all right. Back at it. Kind of a first time for everything. We just went through the New Mexico port of entry. I've been through here quite a few times with oversized loads and everybody just waves you on. This guy wanted me to show him my permit, and he sat there and read it and looked at it and read it and looked at it and read it, and I missed something. I need to have 2 flags on the front corners of my bumper for New Mexico.
Vehicle.
On the vehicle, for the load and the towing vehicle. No one has ever pointed that out to me before. So I'm gonna throw a couple flags on here and we're good to go. I'm running low on flags, man. I have this kind of foolish, odd fantasy that someday all the states will have the same laws, and you don't have to be an encyclopedia of entire West Coast or US different oversized laws, and you have your flags right and your signs right as soon as you leave home or as soon as you leave town. I doubt it'll ever happen in my lifetime. After dealing with that DOT officer in New Mexico there, and he went through my oversized permit very thoroughly, I wanted to make a point to say that Amy ordered my permit for me. She is my right-hand person. This is a family-run business. The other trip that she went with me a couple weeks ago where she said, I do more than that. This is one of the things she does that's more than that. She's my compliance officer. She's my bookkeeper. She orders all my permits. She does my IFTA reporting and filing, the 2290, everything that's involved in having a trucking company. My truck registration, my trailer registrations. She handles all of my load contracts. She does the billing. She does the invoicing. What's that?
Insurance.
Insurance, handles all my insurance problems when we've got to go back and forth and change things or what have you, add, subtract. This is a family-run business, and she is my right-hand man, and I want to make a point that everybody knows. I may be the engine of this business, but she's the heart of this business.
Oh, I do more than that.
She keeps it ticking. I keep it running. That's it. We're done for the day. We are just outside of Albuquerque. We're about 30 minutes from the job site. There is a curfew in the city limits of Albuquerque from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. So we are not able to leave or not able to enter the city limits of Albuquerque until 9. So we're gonna leave here probably about 8:45, and we should get to our delivery about 9:15. The guys are all there. They're waiting for us. We've talked. The crane's gonna be there. Should be a quick and simple unload. We're gonna go have dinner over here at the casino, and we will see you guys in the morning. Hey, good morning. We're on the road. It's after curfew, and we're just about through Albuquerque. I got a phone call from the job site guy this morning. Apparently they're coming in from out of town as well, and today was his first day at the job. He got to the job, he got to the address that we both had, and it was the wrong address. So he somehow had to figure out where we're supposed to be, and it's about an additional 30 miles south, and we're going to Los Lunas, New Mexico. We're getting there. I'm gonna give these guys some hard hat stickers too. They both have brand new hard hats, and they look a little too clean. I'm gonna dirty them up a little. We're done with the scales. They're all off. Everything went good. They were very happy that the confusion worked out okay. I didn't freak out on them, so they were pretty happy about that. That's done. Our next journey is going to be in Encino, New Mexico, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away, something in that respect. We've got to get back on Interstate 25 and head north, and get back on Interstate 40 and continue east to US 285. And then we'll head south to Encino. Right at the intersection of US 40, which is old Route 66, and 285, is an intersection, an old antique travel rest stop called Klein's Corners. It's been around since the mid-30s, and it's now the largest souvenir shop and travel plaza and all that in New Mexico. Largest souvenir shop in New Mexico, at least. So we're going to make a pit stop there. It's one of our favorite places. We like to stop and walk around and just see the stuff. And then we're going to go reload in Encino. And that's the plan for now. She found him. You gonna get two of them? You gonna get two of them? They are $36 each. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yay! Yay! We did shopping. That was about a half an hour. Time to get back on the road. We got stuff to do today. like that, I'm all done. These guys were ready. A winch, a weight, 40-something thousand pounds, piece of cake. I didn't even have time to get out of the truck. They just waved me under. We checked under the crane and we checked the paperwork, and I was the right guy for the stuff that they had just taken off. So they were all hooked up and I was loaded faster than I could do anything. This is our load. What do you think, Bones? It's about your weather style out here. Windy and dry, bleak. I'm sure you can't hear it, but you can hear those big blades all the way over here. All right, we're out of here. So my delivery is at 7:30 in the morning. I asked the guy how many trucks were going to be there to unload in the morning, and he said a shitload. They said they loaded more trucks today than they've ever loaded before for a crane move in one day. And I have a feeling most of the trucks are going to be there. So I don't know whether to get there at 5 or 10. We'll just have to play that by ear. But for now, we're going to get on the road and go to Texas. We got to keep the gate closed for the cows. Amy's my gatekeeper. That's what happens when you ride in the passenger seat. She's good at it. Lots of practice. Well, now that we're loaded, all we're going to do is drive to the end of the dirt road and turn right. That's US 60. Then we're going to stay on US 60 for 3 hours for about 200 miles. And that'll take us to Dimmitt, Texas. And then we're going to deliver. So it's going to be pretty hard to get lost on this trip. Not sure where we're going to stay the night yet, but that's the plan for tonight. We're in Clovis, New Mexico. Amy doesn't care for truck stop showers, and I can't say that I really blame her. So she has a rule that when she comes with me, she'll spend 2 nights in the truck, and on the 3rd night, she wants a room with a big, comfortable bed where we're not both squeezed. We're not little people. So we can have a big, comfortable bed, a nice hot shower, and so I give her that because I like having her to come with me. So this is where we are tonight. We'll be out of here in the morning, and we'll see you then. Thanks. Good morning. And just like that, we're in Texas. We are just about a half an hour from the delivery this morning. It's cold, it's about 45 degrees, and it is windy, like 30-mile-an-hour winds. Very windy, quite brisk. Well, there's a slight change up in today's plan in that Amy woke up not feeling well this morning. Since all we're going to be doing today is delivering, going back to the wind farm there to pick up another crane piece and come back to the same location, it's just about 400 miles of driving only to end up in the exact same place we were last night. So I decided to get the room for a second night and just let her hang out in the room, get comfortable, feel better, and I'll stay in the room again tonight. Get a nice hot shower again, nothing wrong with that. So I hope she feels better, and we're just gonna be trucking back and forth today. East, west, east. Let's hope everything goes smoothly and quickly. I hadn't even finished pulling all my chains off and he came and told me to pull in. That's nice. Hopefully it's good and quick. West Texas. About as lovely as it gets. I did pretty darn good. I don't know how I did it so lucky 2 days in a row. It's been less than 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes that I've been here, unchained, unloaded, everything put away, and we're heading back. Not too shabby. I expected to be here for hours. I expected to be here like those guys. Sure is pretty quiet out here. It would appear that everybody's gone. However, I see 2 pieces right over there and a couple pieces over there and a forklift here, and it's 12:20, so maybe they're at lunch. All by myself. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm gonna take. I just got a hold of somebody. I was able to have just enough service to send a text message to somebody who had a phone number, and I had just enough service to get a hold of him. And I guess they had to go load somebody else somewhere real quick, and he's gonna call them and let them know that I'm here. And hopefully it shouldn't be too long. That'll be nice. Let's walk around and take a look at this. That's big. Kind of hard to grasp just how big these things are when you see them. First of all, you see my truck right there. Right? The little tiny red thing. Those blades are gigantic. Girl Scout cookies. It appears to be locked. Dang it. Now I think I have company. They've arrived. I've been here about an hour. Not too terrible, but ready to go. Down, all loaded up, all ready to go, all done for the day. Not all done for the day, I still gotta drive 200 miles, but I'm all done with work. Let's go back to the hotel where Amy's waiting for us. No, I was talking to one of the guys out there that loaded me, and I asked them where they're staying because there's nothing out here. And he said they're staying in Santa Rosa, which is about an hour and 20-minute drive each way. Wow. I asked him why they didn't get a trailer and just stay there. And he said they're moving around way too much for that. One other fun little historical fact that I hadn't planned on. This is Fort Sumner, and this is where Billy the Kid was killed. Where Billy the Kid was shot and killed by Pat Garrett. And he's buried just outside of town in old Fort Sumner, about 2 miles. The marker says about 2 miles outside of town. Billy seemed like a ruffian, a hooligan, whatever you're gonna call it. He didn't seem like a nice guy. He didn't seem like one of the Robin Hood types, but I don't know. One more quick thing about Billy the Kid's grave. You you ought to go to roadsideamerica.com and read the story of his tombstone, of his grave marker. It's a wild, funny story. It was originally a wooden marker. It was stolen a bunch of times. Finally, somebody saved up enough money that they made it out of marble in the 30s. The cemetery was flooded a couple times, and the bones have been scattered, and nobody even really knows exactly where he was buried anymore. They just called in people who used to give tours there, and they either gave you the exact spot or they just gave you a wild guess. So nobody really knows exactly where he's buried. But his tombstone was stolen so many times, even though it was encased in iron and sat in concrete, that they finally built a cage around the entire gravesite. But every year, Fort Sumner, New Mexico, has the tombstone races where people carry an 80-pound tombstone and race each other, just like the people who stole it used to do. That sounds pretty... That made me laugh pretty hard. The tombstone races carrying an 80-pound tombstone. Pretty dang funny. Pretty dang funny. I thought that was pretty funny. I found Amy. She's right there. We're done. I'm done. It's back at the room, done for the day. We'll deliver this in the morning. It's not looking good for a load between here and Comfort, Texas, which is where I'm heading. We'll check it again in the morning. See you guys. Good night. Morning, Texas. It's a beautiful day today. A lot more pretty than yesterday. It's cold though. It's like 35 degrees. Yeah, but no wind, thank God. That is a giant crane. That's it. We're empty. And that's it. I've looked around. There's still nothing. There's no freight going between here and San Antonio, anywhere in this area, within several hundred miles. Nothing that wouldn't keep us out on the road an extra day or so. And we don't really have time for that. So the freight market continues to circle the drain, and I am continuing to say no to cheap freight. Because I did see one load that paid about the equivalent of $1.50 a mile, and I have my morals, and my morals tell me, huh?
Plus time.
Oh yeah, plus I had to tarp it. Tarp and untarp. Yeah, no, that's just insane. Extra time, extra work, extra miles, just so. We're gonna pull the plug, and we are done with this week. We've got a 6.5 hour drive to get to where we're going. We're going to get fuel, so probably 7 hours, and I should be to my cousin Max's house in Comfort, Texas, about say about 6:30 local time. So keep an eye out for cool stuff to see along the way, and if I see something cool along the way, I'll show you. Well, we've come about another hour and a half down into Lubbock now. Figured we'd get some fuel, stopped and take a look at the load board, and there's a load, but there's a catch. It's all the way back where we started this morning in Clovis, New Mexico. 2 hours the opposite direction, and then 2 hours just to get here. So let's call it 2 hours, hour to load, and 2 hours back here. That'd be 5 hours from now, and that would put us, let's see, it's 1 o'clock. That'd be 6 o'clock tonight just to get back to where we are right now. Damn it. Guess I got to keep going forward. We've traveled south enough that we've left the blasted lands of West Texas oil fields and wind farms, and now we're just crossing into Texas hill country. It's got rolling hills, grass, and oak trees, scrub oak and cedar. It's beautiful. We love hill country out here.
And roadkill.
And roadkill. Amy likes to count the roadkill because
There's so many.
there's so many. We're here. We're done. We'll see you tomorrow. That's a wrap. It's been a good week. Actually, those wind farm loads really helped cover the 6.5 hour deadhead. But you know what? Now that I'm here, you know what I didn't forget? My party hat. Now the home hat. We're good. Now I feel like I can relax. Enjoy myself. It's nice to be out of the truck, and they're gracious hosts, and it's beautiful down here. My sisters are flying in tonight, so it's going to be a little shindig. We're going to have fun on Halloween. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I don't have an ending to the story for the exhaust debacle just yet. Keep you posted on how that goes. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. In the meantime, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. We'll catch you on the flip-flop.